New at 6, PG&E executives went to Sacramento today to push for a new law that lets PG&E and other utilities off the financial hook for wildfires caused by their equipment, as long as that equipment met safety standards. KPIX 5 reporter Emily Turner was there and asked PG&E, how do you explain this to the tens of thousands of folks affected by the North Bay wildfires last year, Emily?
Yeah, Alan, out of the 12 fires in the North Bay last year, all 12 of them, CAL FIRE says, were caused by PG&E equipment, which means they're on the hook to foot the bill for damages that equipment caused. However, they say moving forward in this new normal of a year-round fire season with hotter, drier weather, windier weather during that fire season that's year-round, footing the bill in the future is just not sustainable. The Wildfire Prevention Committee was full of heated questions and emotional fireworks, all centered around an ironically dry topic: inverse condemnation.
I'd like to ask PG&E, well, what did you spend the money on? Because we have significant devastation.
So why should we reduce their liability and expect that they're going to do more?
In the case of fire, inverse condemnation is the law holding utility companies strictly liable for damages their equipment causes, whether they're negligent or not. The 2017 wildfires are costing them billions, which is why those companies want the state to change the rules.
Yesterday's laws are not going to protect us from tomorrow's wildfires or even today's wildfires.
If the utilities get their way, they could still be held accountable if found negligent, but that would require a much higher burden of proof placed on the shoulders of cities, counties, and homeowners to prove their case and receive compensation.
PG&E wants to be off the hook on it. They want the power to take your poll, but not the responsibility to pay for the damage they do.
This is such an emotionally charged topic. I mean, especially from these fire survivors. What do you tell the folks who are so vehemently against reforming inverse condemnation?
I just go back to the fact that this is a law that's been on the books for a very long time, and it doesn't stand up to the conditions that we're dealing with right now. If the utility is negligent, the utility should be held accountable. But if the utility has followed all of the state's high safety standards, then those costs should not be put upon electric customers. Electric customers shouldn't be the insurers of last resort.
If nothing changes and inverse condemnation continues as it is right now, PG&E says it will cost them about $2 billion each year moving forward, which ultimately will be passed along to the ratepayer to the tune of about $150 per household per year. In Sacramento, Emily Turner, KPIX 5.